What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my podcast, Happy Days, with me, Callum Church. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about something which I've kind of neglected recently. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been staying with my girlfriend up at a uni house, and when you start to change environments, sometimes this means that you lose track of your habits and lose track of so some of the positive daily routines that you have. That's kind of what happened with me. I didn't exercise so much. I didn't particularly eat massively healthy. Um, I had a lot of alcohol over the couple of weeks, and all of this sort of stuff. And as a result of that, I'm kind of paying the price for it right now. But hey, that's okay because personal development is a lifestyle. It's the desire to get better every single day. And if I slip up for a couple of weeks, that's okay because I can always, make it back. So today I'm going to be talking about self-care, okay? Because I have neglected my self-care recently and I need to take care of myself, okay? Because personal development is a little bit like running a car. The whole purpose of the car is to take you places. You want to get to places. You want to get from A to B. With personal development, you want to get from A to B. You want to get from wherever you are right now to B, which is a little bit better, essentially. You want to keep improving your life. So we want to be able to run these cars, okay? Now, what you have to do in order to do this, in order to get from A to B, you've got to put your foot down, you've got to drive, you've got to do all the different things in which you do to help your personal development, whether that be reading, podcasts, whether that be, it could be a whole load of stuff. Everyone knows how vast personal development is, right? You have to put your foot down and drive to get from A to B. But it's easy to forget that sometimes you need to change the oil in that car. Sometimes you need to change the fluid in the car. You need to fill the car up with petrol every now and then as well. So sometimes it can be easy for us to forget these things and forget to, take care of our cars, take care of ourselves, practice some self-care. So this episode of the podcast is going to serve as a reminder. It's going to serve as a little injection of positivity to, keep you guys focused on your self-care, keep you guys focused on your personal development. So here are some ways in which we can take care of ourselves and perhaps some places which we forget to take care of ourselves. So first of all, I've got written down positive self-talk, okay? And this is one which we can easily forget, not practice every day. Easy to lose track of, right? How are you talking to yourself? What is your self-talk in this present moment? Is it negative? Are you saying, Callum, you shouldn't have done that thing, you're such an idiot, or Callum, you're so stupid? Or are you saying, hey, maybe you messed up, maybe you've lost some of your habits, whatever has happened, that's okay, it's an opportunity to be better. That's what I tell myself, and that's what I say to myself, that's what I believe. I do believe that, I'm not just saying it, but I do believe that. And the reason why I believe that is because I've repeatedly told myself that, right? I've programmed my brain to believe that. Every time in which you are failing or you are struggling or you are losing track of where you want to be or where you are, whatever it is, that is simply just an opportunity to be better. So, make sure that you are talking to yourself in a positive way because this does have a massive impact on you. Of course, everyone's heard me talk about how all of our reality is put together in our brains on this podcast. Mindset and perspective is a massive thing. And what programs this? Your self-talk. Your self-talk programs your whole experience. So we need to make sure that we take care of that. What I've got written down next is actually meditation, and this ties in quite nicely with positive self-talk because the more you meditate, the more mindful you become, the easier it is to, not align with your thoughts. If your thoughts are negative, you're going to talk to yourself negatively. Whereas if you practice meditation and you don't align with your thoughts and become more aware of your thoughts and you can, control what you're thinking a little bit better or observe it at least, not get swayed to and fro with it. This is really going to help your positive self-talk. And everyone knows how important meditation is. If you're a listener of this podcast, you will know how important meditation is. And if you don't know how important meditation is, go check out some of the previous episodes that I've got on this podcast because I do talk about meditation quite a lot. It's massively changed my life. And you know what? I haven't been meditating the last couple of weeks and I've been paying the price for it, so I'm going to be doing my meditation tomorrow morning and I'm going to be taking care of myself and getting back on track. I've also got written down here rest. Rest is, probably top of the list when it comes to self-care, really. When people say self-care, everyone does tend to think of rest first and foremost, namely sleep. I've slept terrible the last couple of weeks because I've been sleeping in a 1.5 bed, not quite a single, not quite a double, it's 1.5. It's not been tons of room up at my girlfriend's uni house, which is fine, it is what it is. But yeah, I need to get a good night's sleep tonight. So what I'll be doing is actually exercising. I'm going to go for a run as soon as I'm done with this episode to make sure that I'm, tired and in a good headspace to go to sleep on, at a good time and have a really good solid night's sleep, and then I can get up tomorrow morning and really smash the day and get back on track. So yeah, rest really really important. And hey, rest it might not even just be sleeping. This might be just taking some time off, man. Taking some time off work. Because however much we think of ourselves like that, we are not machines, right? If you're well into the entrepreneurial side of personal development or the career side or work side, success side, whatever, it's easy for us to get in that grind mentality, and this can be really toxic. And even me, myself, I do find myself getting pulled towards the toxic side of self-development and getting pulled into the toxic grind side. And hey, grinding is fine. Hard work is fine. I don't think we should demonize hard work. I don't think we should demonize grinding. But, a little bit of a bit too much of anything is a bad thing, right? I don't think grinding is a bad thing, but if you do it too much, and if you don't oil the car, take care of the car, service the car, your car's gonna crash, right? It's gonna break down, isn't it? So don't let yourself break down. Make sure that you're taking care of that. I've also got written down here: eat good food and hydrate. Again, I said this at the start of the episode. I didn't take care of my diet, and I probably wasn't drinking as much as I usually would do. Now I'm here, now I'm back at home, I will be drinking a lot more water because I have certain habits. Every time I go downstairs, for example, whether that's be get food, talk to people, whatever, I always grab a glass of water. That's just an ingrained habit I have within me. Whereas if you know about your habits and you listen to my episodes on habits of this podcast, you'll know that your environment and your surroundings, what you see, what you take in, you'll know that that plays a massive part in the trigger of your habits. Fact was, over the last couple of weeks, I wasn't being triggered to drink. I wasn't being triggered to hydrate myself, whereas I would have had I been in my usual environment, right? So, this is something I need to focus on over the next few days and get back on track with things. It should be okay to pick up because I do think of myself and identify as someone who eats relatively well and hydrates quite a lot. So yeah, I'll get back into it. But this is something we need to remember. So important for your self-care, because at the end of the day, your food and water, that's your petrol for your car. If you fill your car up with a load of mud instead of petrol, it's not going to get very far, is it? You are what you eat. That is such such a cliche, really, and a bit childish sometimes, a little bit stupid maybe, but we think of it this way because it's said so much, and it's said so much because it's true. You are what you eat. Whatever you put in your body, that is what makes up your body physically. All the proteins which help with the growth and repair of your own body. It makes yourself up. Your carbohydrates turn into the energy which runs you, for God's sake. I'm not going to go into nutrition right now, but everything which you put inside of you is going to affect you, right? So you've got to really focus on that, take care of that, and make sure that you're on top of it. And I certainly will be. And last of all, I've got get back in a positive space, okay? Because it's easy when we fall off track a little bit with personal development. Whether you've had a change of environment, change of circumstances, whatever, it's quite easy to get thrown into a negative space. Another example would be I've got a friend out there, Tobias. If you're listening, Tobias, shout out to you, man. And yeah, he's been ill over the past week, and he's been talking quite openly on TikTok and with all the content which he puts out. Make sure you check him out, by the way. It's at Tobias Matthew on TikTok. He's been talking quite openly about how being ill for the past week has kind of shifted his mindset and maybe been in a little bit more of a negative space. Not a negative space, but it's affected him, right? it's tougher to be as positive and up for it, and it's tough to maintain that really strong mindset when sometimes some of the negative comes in life. And that's the thing, negatives are always going to come in life. That's just part of life, and we just got to prepare ourselves to deal with that when they come. And I guess that's what some people are doing right now. So hey, get back in a positive space. We need to pull ourselves back into the positive. How can we do this? Here are some examples of stuff which I do to pull myself into a positive space. What I did on my way back from my girlfriend's uni house, I was driving back down on the motorway. I was playing some positive music, just singing along, probably looking like a bit of a wally, but who cares, right? And I was just listening to some positive music, trying to raise my vibe, and just bring myself back into a positive space. Other stuff I do, exercise. I've already mentioned I'm going to go for a run. Exercise plays a massive part on mood, massive part on my vibe. And that's something I'm going to be doing tonight to get myself back into the positive, back into the productive, back into the, when I'm at my best, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. I've got written down here, friends. Sometimes to get us back into a positive, we need to hang out with other positive people, right? Talk with other positive people, and allow our friends to pull us back up to where we usually are. So that could be something. Just hang out with some friends. Chill. Take self-care day or a self-care evening, afternoon, whatever you want. And just chill. And bring yourself back into that positive space. I've also written down, watch a movie, again, take a self-care evening, look after yourselves. It's so important that we do this, because, as I said, it's so easy for us to get caught into the grind, get caught into the ambition, just get caught in anything, whether it be illness like Tobias, or whether it be, with me, it's just a small change of environment that throws you off sometimes a little bit, It's just important that we do take care of ourselves, and we do service our car and all these things that I've mentioned in the episode. So that's all that I've got for today. I do really hope that you did enjoy it, as always. If you did, please consider leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, because it does really help the show. Also, please leave me your feedback on Instagram. I absolutely love hearing from you guys, and I've been getting loads of awesome messages recently from all of you wonderful listeners. So, first of all, thank you for your messages. Second of all, drop me a message. Let me know what you thought of the episode, because I do love connecting with you guys, and it's just awesome to see it. So again, I do truly hope that you did enjoy today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. So there you go. That's the end of the show. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe on your podcasting app of choice, so you can download and listen as each episode is released. If this episode helped you in any way, tell your friends, tell your family, maybe even leave a cheeky review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show. But that's all for now. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode, released shortly. Take care.